One of the problems with the poor and the destitute is they more often than not tend to lose their phone service and their internet service very quickly. We should not be forced to have multi-factor identification because many people don't have the dignity of being allowed to have regular cell phone service or email service. Yes, I have heard of the free cell phones, quote unquote, that they're supposed to give out to the poor, but I also know when I tried to check up on it, they said they give me a $5 discount on my phone bill.
Okay.
So what's this about? How and why we are supposed to have a device and service in order to go in and apply for work?
All I know is what we were told is this is supposed to be creating a secure access for individuals getting in, because there's a lot of information in these programs that can be hacked, and all I can tell you is this is what we were told that we needed to do. And I'm not the decision maker, it's above my pay grade.
No, but it's something the public needs to know. I'm not saying I'm blaming you, but I want to make a record of it, what the hell's going on, because they also centralize the food stamp stuff.
I suspect I need to walk away from this. Let's just walk away from it. Let me get a hold of my supervisor.
Can I help you with anything?
Well, I'm trying to make a record of it. I am supposed to basically have a paid-for device with internet to go ahead and access Job Service's website, which I paid for with my taxes. And so did all of North Dakota, so poor people could get work, except poor people are cut out if they can't afford regular cell phone service or computer service or anything else that'll enable them to get through the two-factor identification. They're basically screened out.
So we need to finish getting into it.
Okay, is this a cell phone that you have in your hand then, or?
It is, and I'm recording.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You want me
So-
to quote the case law that defines press too?
No, I'm trying to understand you. So when you enter in information here, are you able to receive the two-factor authentication on the phone you're holding?
Possibly. The
Okay.
problem is that if the phone's internet service is cut off or the phone's service is cut off because somebody doesn't have a job or has to choose between housing and a job or tries to save a family member's life or has any other type of emergency, they can't come here and apply for more work to get their phone turned back on because their phone is not turned on.
Okay, we do have guest Wi-Fi available. If you open up, the settings on your phone, it's StageNet Guest. So there is the ability to get free Wi-Fi while you're here as a client.
Yeah, but if your phone is stolen or taken for any reason, you lose access to the ability to use the computers. You have to have a phone to access the computers, in other words.
That'd probably be an issue you'd have to bring up with somebody else. I'm not sure.
Well, I'd like to know who, because this is definitely an issue I want to bring up with the public. People should not be shut out of being able to access jobs, especially at a government service.
Yeah, I don't think you're shut out of anything here in this facility.
I can't access it unless I'm willing to let them send something to my cell phone.
Right.
And I have been watching one documentary.
Which you can access on the computer. You can sign into your email on the computer.
Uh-huh.
And you can.
Well, here's the problem. Both the email that wanted $100 a year from me.
Stop for a moment. I'm getting a hold of my supervisor, and I want to make sure that we have legal on the phone or available for us so
Okay.
that she can explain that, because I don't want myself or my staff on any kind of recording until we can have the
You're
correct
already
answers.
there.
I don't want to be able to offer any answers until I know the correct answers to give to you.
Okay.
So if you want to stop, just sit and wait until I hear back from my supervisor and finding out what we need to do. I'd appreciate that.
Yep. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Would your supervisor like to know the case law too? Because that email is also requiring a two-factor identification. I'm no longer able to log in with my passwords. You see how it timed out? I found a job right away, and I couldn't get it. won't lie, if I had to kill pets, I wouldn't like it at all. And I've been best buddies with a lot of cats. I guess I better go ahead and pause the recording. I know if I access my messenger service to pull out the case law decisions, it's going to get interesting, but since I'm going to have to wait anyway, I want to see that advertisement they have for the farm jobs. It's the apprenticeship ready program. I don't see the one about the farm jobs. Tribal members. Yeah, just tribal members. I won't lie, Native Americans have had a really unfair shake of it historically, but racism's not okay, whatever color. Hi there, cutie. Are you a service animal? Don't get me wrong, I am all for animals being allowed in public, regardless of service status, but yeah. I need to learn how to point the camera at what I'm in the middle of. Here's what's up.
And I don't think any of these people out here have given you permission to be on the
You're right,
video
they don't
recording.
have to. The U.S. Constitution, the First Amendment to it,
Ma'am, can you just stop?
do you have more
please?
authority than the U.S. Supreme Court?
No, I didn't say that. I just don't want. Oh, goodness. Sorry, people. I appreciate this.
Overview. Oh. Again?
Lovely. I can't even mark this thing for my account. Job scams and identity theft. That's a nightmare when a person can't get stuff. We should be able to access these things. It's the first thing a person does when they're in trouble is they go and access this stuff. I don't know how many times phone service has been cut off for people too.
Beforehand and apply. New user. New user. And when are you gonna fill that out?
Can you get their information and we'll send it to them?
I use only one name or two names?
One name. Yeah.
I want to see what happens when I type this in. I gotta run for our office. Okay, installation, maintenance, repair, construction, extraction, transportation, moving, product occupations. Okay, your results are sorted by relevance, best match your criteria. These are all the jobs that are going to be denied to anybody that can't afford to have a cell phone or an electronic device, or for anybody that has their phone stolen or gets separated from it. I can remember having my phone taken from me when I went to the hospital with appendicitis. It came back non-functioning. Anybody that has a medical emergency or any other type of emergency where their cell phone's gone, they can't access any of these jobs.
told I can ask you to leave.
No, you can't because I have a right to be on public property.
I'm gonna call the authorities.
When you do, I will want to ask which supervisor told you that I can't access public property to engage in constitutionally approved activities. Ma'am, you're denying me access to public resources.
Then you can stop recording and you can sit down and do the work that you want. Hi, this is Susan Grandard. I'm over at Job Service and I have an individual here that refuses to leave the property. I need some civil help.
Okay, what's going on? Is he being disorderly?
Yeah, very disorderly. Recording people.
Being aggressive?
Yes.
What do you mean by aggressive? What is he doing?
She is in my face with her video, with her camera. I just talked to my supervisor and he told me that I could ask to have her leave the property. Yeah. Yep, and she's now aggressive and everybody, she's recording people.
You mind giving me that blonde lady's name again? Do you work here?
Click open. And then click continue. Right at the bottom, or you have that one work? We imported most of your information, but you're gonna have to fill out anything with a red asterisk that's not filled in, so the next one's gonna be there. Be what you wanna give to me. Click in there. $28 an hour? Oh, yeah, that's up to you. What does neighbors pay starting?
The mission is 27.
Probably a little police.
27 plus.
Probably 27-ish. You say? Probably
I
higher.
don't know if they was very right now, but
Yeah, there are things that we said we wouldn't talk to them.
over.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
What? Okay, yeah, so put 28 in there, see if they'll give it to you.
So it's a hard question to answer, isn't it?
I am on the side of higher.
Yeah.
Whether I get the
They'll
dollar
tell you
or
what
not.
they're willing to pay.
Well, what do you work? USD. Scroll down. And you walked into their office, right? So click walk in at the bottom. Yep. Then you. What is it? Primary number. Right here. Click on that, it's probably mobile, it's gonna be what you have to click.
Okay.
Scroll the bottom, click and open.
Control. Let's see, Control P.
What is it on? Primary number, cellular.
Okay.
So
The right to record in public and the First Amendment rights. Let's see, it's been sent out to the printer. Ma'am, if you come over here, This has to do with the law. By the way, the police get in a lot of trouble if they break the laws. It's sort of considered embarrassing. You can't stop me. And if there's an expectation of privacy, it's your responsibility to create it. Read it right there.
Is this work related?
It is now.
Is it?
It's my right to access your facility and to make a record of what's going on. Key defining laws. First Amendment of the Constitution. Congress shall make no law abridging freedom of speech and the press. You can't. It means that the government can't curtail free speech or activities, photography, and its broadcast, or try and explain and respectfully assert your understanding of your rights. If an officer tries to tell you to stop you, request to speak to a supervisor, public information. Here's the landmark case laws. Glick versus Kanaki.
And then do it on the next one, Black Coast Trucking, job title, reasons for leaving.
Their supervisors probably had a talk with them. Oh, they showed up. This is a first. Hi, here's a copy of the legal statutes that give me a right to record in public and to access public spaces and to record a public... No, because I'm in a public area and by law I have a right to be here. I'm not breaking any laws.
Private property and they want you trespassed, so I'll talk to you out here.
Sir, this is paid for by U.S. taxpayer resources.
Well, I got a call that you're being disorderly and they don't want you here, so I need you to come outside.
Sir, I'm familiar with the disorderly conduct statutes. It's constitutionally protected.
I need you to come outside so we can address this. I'll issue a criminal trespass. If you don't, I'll have to remove you and you'll be charged, okay?
I need a name and a badge number if you're going to present yourself.
I've got your piece of paper. Come outside.
What's your name again?
Officer Welch, 5 Delta.
That doesn't look like a police badge. It's pink.
Okay, well, it is. Are you going to come outside?
Well, sir, this is a taxpayer facility, a public
come outside.
facility.
I mean, I've got you outside. Let's go.
Sir, I didn't give you permission to touch me. You're touching me.
Place your hand back.
Sir?
Place your hand back. Come on.
For what reason?
Place your hand. Stop.
Well, I'm engaged. Call a supervisor now. Please, stop assaulting me. I'm not resisting.